was a lovely piece by Rameau, La Joyeuse, the happy ones. And this is my wonderful harpsichord that was made for me in about 1990 by the marvellous Alan Gotto in Norwich, and it's based on a French instrument made by the maker Danzelag in about 1711. And I'm often asked at concerts how a harpsichord works and how it differs to a piano, so I'm going to show you. And so first of all, let's go and have a look inside a piano.
So here we are at my piano, which happens to be an upright piano. So you can see the strings are going vertically rather than horizontally as they do on a grand piano and indeed my harpsichord. But the principle in how a piano makes a sound is the same. So you can see we've got the strings here, we've got some dampers and we've got some hammers. And when I press a key, you can see that the hammer comes forward, strikes the string, immediately rebounds to allow the string to vibrate, and the damper has raised off the string to also allow the vibration. When I let go of the note, the hammer goes back to position and the damper goes down and touches the string to stop the sound. On a piano you can press the key slowly and lightly and get a gentle sound. You can also press the key quickly and you get a much louder sound. And that is how a piano works.
So here we are back at the harpsichord, and let's have a look inside and see how this works. And first of all, I need to take off this rail here. So here we are inside the harpsichord. Isn't it wonderful? And you can see the strings here. We've got some tuning pegs here and here. And this is where all the sound is made. Now these are called jacks. Let's take one out and have a closer look. And it's a piece of wood that sits on the end of the key. And when a note is played, obviously that end goes down, and then this end that this is sitting on top of goes up, and this is pushed up past the string. And you can just see the little white tooth sticking out there, and that's called the plectrum. And that just flicks the string, it plucks it as it goes past. You can see the red damper, that stops the sound when you've finished with it, that sits on the string.
So you can see the string being plucked as the plectrum passes by.
The plectrum is made of a type of plastic called Delrin, which we tend to use nowadays as it lasts longer. It would have been made of quill or leather. And it's on a tiny little spring, if you just see that, and that allows the jack to fall without the string being plucked again. Let's put that back in. This harpsichord has 2 keyboards and 3 sets of strings. Each string has its own jack. The back row are operated by the lower manual. The front row is operated by the top manual. If I play that top manual note, followed by the bottom manual note, you hear that they're tuned to the same pitch. They have a slight different tone colour. And that pitch is called an 8-foot pitch. This middle set of jacks is operated by a lever. At the moment that's in the off position, so they're missing. But if I just move this lever, you can see a very small movement. Let's do that again. There we are. That's now in the on position, and if I play the note on the bottom manual, you'll hear now that there are 2 strings being plucked with just the one note being played. And that's quite hard to hear. There we are. That middle set of jacks is plucking a much shorter set of strings. It's called a 4-foot. It's tuned 1 octave higher than the other strings. And these terms come from the stops on organs and are taken from the length of pipe needed to produce a particular pitch. So you can have these different sounds in any combination. You can have each set of strings by itself or in combination with any of the others. And this helps vary the tone colour and to some extent the volume. Because of the pluck mechanism, there's no control over the volume of the note by how hard you press the key, unlike on the piano. And so this is why you have more than one set of strings and these different combinations of sounds you can use. The composers at this time didn't write very often which stops to use, which sounds to use when you're playing the pieces. They really left it up to the discretion of the performer. Actually, at this time, composers wrote very few instructions into the music, but that's for a whole other film. So now you've seen inside the harpsichord and you've seen how it works. I'm going to finish by playing a short piece by Maurice Greene. He's a direct contemporary of Handel's, and this piece was written in about 1733. Now you'll be able to see that I play most of it on the bottom manual using this bottom set of keys. And what I've done is I've coupled it up. It's quite a fast, lively piece, so I want the 2 8-foot sounds. And by just moving this top keyboard forwards, I've now linked them. So by playing the bottom keys, I can get both the 8-foot sounds together. It looks as if the top manual's playing all by itself. And occasionally you'll see me move up to the top manual so that I just get that single 8-foot sound just for a bit of contrast.